Hi students, I have got few important questions of principles of inheritance and variations. Let me go through the questions one by one. In a cross between capital R, capital Y, and capital R, small y, I have given the genotype of the plant. I have not asked anything about phenotype here. What is the probability of getting a plant with a genotype? We are supposed to find out probability here. We can't do any guesswork. Let's check. When the parental combination is capital R, small r cross capital R, what's the probability of getting capital R? Say, when this gamete fuses with this, you get capital R. That means 50%, because the remaining 50% can be capital R, small r, heterozygous. That means half. Similarly, when you focus the other one, what is the probability of getting small y with the parental combination capital Y, small y? That is again 50%. Just like that of previous one I have shown. So 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. According to probability rule, the answer has to be 1 by 4. That is very easy. Yes. You have got another similar type of question. In a cross, it appears to be a tri-hybrid cross. But I have asked about probability of getting child with a genotype of. It means it's relevant to the character of human being. It can't be tri-hybrid. Probably 3 genes, 3 genes control one character. That can be height in humans or skin pigmentation, skin color. Both are the examples of polygenic inheritance. I'll tell you about polygenic inheritance later. Let me go back to this question. Once again, I am supposed to find out probability of getting this genotype in the child. Okay, let me check genotype one by one. I assume that parents have this combination. What is the probability of getting this capital A? It's just like F1 into F1 monohybrid. Capital A small a cross capital A small a. You prepare this normally Punnett square to indicate genotype of the F2 generation. Capital A small a. Then the genotype has to be capital A, yes. You know this. Capital A small a. The probability of getting capital A in this would be 1 out of 4. 1 by 4. Similarly, parents have got capital B, small b combination. What is the probability of getting small b in the child? That is small b, 1 by 4. Similarly, in this combination of parents, chance of getting small c would be 1 by 4. 1 by 4 into 1 by 4 into 1 by 4. What I am supposed to say? That is the probability of the genotype capital A, small b, small c. 1 by 64. That is how you calculate probability of getting genotype in the next generation. That's all. I have got another question pertaining to genetic map. You study that linkage concept. T.H. Morgan discovered linkage. What is linkage? 2 genes are located on the same chromosome. It means they are linked. A and B are located on the same chromosome. How do you prove this? By saying recombination frequency. F2 generation ratio cannot be 9:3:3:1. There is no independent assortment. Genes are linked. When I observe the inheritance of character A and B, the F2 generation shows, dihybrid test cross shows 18% recombination frequency. I indicate that distance between A and B would be 18 cm, centimorgan. That's map unit. 1% recombination frequency is equal to 1 map unit on that basis. Now in the second cross, test cross, BC, probably here, that is taken as 10 percentage. That means 10 centimorgan. Then AC, probably A is close to C, that is 8 centimorgan. Distance between A and B would be 8 plus 10, 18 centimorgan. That's correct. It means that A and C are tightly linked because they are very close to each other. A and B are loosely linked. In case of loosely linked genes, the chance of recombination frequency will be higher. Tightly linked genes will have lower recombination frequency. You study that difference between tightly linked and loosely linked. In any case, these three are linked. They are located on the same chromosome. They have tendency to go together from generation to generation. That depends on the distance. If two genes are not close to each other, then there is chance of recombination during meiosis. So that's how we conclude this linkage and genetic recombination in Drosophila. Then why did I take this sketch? This will tell you about inheritance of skin color in humans, inheritance of height in humans. I assume that parent has capital A small a, capital B small b, capital C small c genotype. See this genotype. Another parent also has same genotype. Same. What can be the genotype or phenotype of the child? There are 64 possibilities. How will it become 64? Because this heterozygous individual will have one of the 8 classes of gametes. Only one gamete is formed. Only one gamete will take part in fusion at a time during Singan. So it will be one of the 8 classes of gamete. It's just like how we show 4 gametes from this capital R small r, capital Y small y, right? That is 2 to the power 2. 4 into 4, you get 16 in the F2 generation. Here it is 1, 2, 3. So 2 to the power 3, 8 classes of gamete. 8 into 8, there are 64 possibilities. This height of this person is 5 feet. Then what can be the height of the child? 5 feet? More than 5 feet? Less than 5 feet? Extremely tall? Extremely dwarf? The height of the child in such combination of parental phenotype, the height of the child can be anywhere in this range of variation. Extremely dwarf or extremely tall. How do you understand that? It depends on number of dominant alleles. It depends on genotype. See, in this combination, finally the child can have genotype where all the 6 alleles would be recessive. Small a like small a, small a, small b, small b, small c, small c. Then the child will be extremely short. Or the other possibility would be like this. Extremely tall, where all the 6 alleles are dominant. Capital A, capital A, capital B, capital B, capital C, capital C. You can apply same rule to skin pigmentation also. On the one side, the skin color will be skin color can be light. On the other side, it is extremely dark. In between variants. Okay, we will see once again height of humans. Imagine this person is extremely short and this person is extremely, tall. Because all the alleles are dominant, here all the alleles are recessive. Now what about this child? Probably this child has one dominant allele. It means this child is taller than this. That is another possibility here in the population. The child can have this combination where one allele is dominant. Our child can have this genotype, 2 allele would be dominant. Our child can have this genotype, 3 allele would be dominant. This child would be taller than this child. This child can be taller than this. Shortest, tallest. Now here, 3 alleles, 4 alleles are dominant, 5 alleles are dominant, all the 6 alleles are dominant. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 64 individuals theoretically belong to 7 categories, 7 phenotypic categories. It's all about number of dominant alleles. 1 dominant allele, 2 dominant allele, 3 dominant allele, 4 dominant allele, 5 dominant allele, 6 dominant allele. On the other side, no dominant allele. Therefore, we plot skin pigmentation or height with respect to relative frequency in F2. 1 by 64, 6 by 64, 15 by 64, 20 by 64. Just like in monohybrid cross, chance of getting heterozygous condition is more, 50%. Correct? Chance of getting capital R, capital T, that is 1 by 4. Small t is 1 by 4. Similarly here, chance of getting 3 dominant allele would be higher. 2 dominant allele, 5 dominant allele, 1 dominant allele, 2 dominant, 4 dominant, 1 dominant, 5 dominant, 0 dominant, see all the 6 would be dominant. So it's like one character is controlled by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 alleles of 3 different genes. Hence it is polygenic. One more question I have given. Which one of the following chromosomes complement of Drosophila could be seen in normal male? Okay. Drosophila has XX, XY type of sex determination. Then why do you take this question? That is too elementary level discussion. Anybody can understand. XX, XY type of sex determination over. Bridges, a scientist, observed that the sex of the Drosophila also depends on a ratio of X chromosome to the number of haploid sets of autosomes. See, this is one X chromosome, 2 haploid sets of autosomes, 3 haploid sets of autosomes, 2 haploid sets of autosomes, 2, 3X, 2X, 1X. I have to ignore this Y chromosome, it has no role. According to Bridges, genic balance theory, we will see. In this case, 1 by 2, see, ratio of X chromosome to the number of haploid set of autosomes. So it is 1 by 2. It means 0.5. It means it is normal male. That is the answer. Over here, it is 1 by 3. Ratio is less than 0.5. This fly would be meta male. Then 1 by 2 by 2. That is 1. This fly would be female. Then here 3 by 2. 1.5. This individual would be meta female. What have you understood here? The sex of Drosophila depends on this ratio. Ratio is 0.5, it means it is male. Ratio is 1, female. More than 1, meta female. Less than 0.5, meta male. Between 0.5 and 1, it is called intersex. So once you study this, you will be very confident to say that, oh, it is male, this is answer. I will discuss few more concepts in another video.